Oh, we are live. I don't know whether to blame Verizon or YouTube, but it's been really difficult to get on for my Thursday morning live streams. So I think I'll switch to Friday mornings. Good morning, Jason, and welcome in. I've put off, for various reasons, I've put off going to urgent care for my leg, which I hurt about 10 days ago. Oh, Sprouts. That sounds like a good place to work, Jason. I hope they hire you. Oh, you've been doing it. Hey, you've been doing some kind of jobs here and there, but a regular job with regular income sounds awesome. Ah, jeez, it hurts. I don't get it. I didn't fall. Nothing landed on me. I just picked up the clothes hamper on Sunday, November 30, and felt a little pain, but it went away. But the next day, I was in agony. I'm a tough old bird. I tough it out. I get through it. But this is not healing. I can barely walk. I cannot do stairs, and lifting things is kind of not on the menu. I can lift a can of cat food and a small bag of cat kibble. I did manage to clean the litter box once in the past 10 days. Getting down on my knees is not an option. My left knee, the pressure goes right up to my hip where it hurts. I'm not convinced that it's actually my hip. It's one of the bones in my pelvis, the one you sit on, that seems to be the most painful. Hello, Freeman. Welcome in. I'm finally going to urgent care today. Stuff keeps happening. My son was supposed to visit, didn't work out, but he did get to Cedars Sinai for treatment of his heart condition. It's all arranged, Freeman. I'm going today after I do this live stream. Anyway, he wasn't able to visit after all yesterday, so I have to send him something by FedEx, and here on the mountain, I'm not sure where I can do that. I've been spent this morning searching around for places that might send a FedEx for me. Uh, yeah. Look, I'm not gonna die. I'm just in pain, and I can't do stuff, but it'll work out. I think perhaps something is cracked. If I had a broken bone, I wouldn't be able to walk, period. I'm not sure. Well, they'll find out today. Hi, Parmenides. Welcome in. Lord. The worst part is it keeps me awake at night. But I'll be okay. There's a strange cat prowling around. From the vocalization, it's a tomcat. I haven't actually seen it. Hi, widow, welcome in. But I've heard it, and I counted heads, and all 5 of my cats are inside, so it isn't my cat. It's a male tomcat looking for sex. I'm quite familiar with those sounds. Oh, Freeman, I've been through worse than this, honestly. Like the time someone spilled a big pot of boiling hot coffee on my foot. That, oh, no, that was horrible. Well, hi, Cindy. Welcome in. I'm really tired, and because I'm not sleeping well. And I'm anxious to putter around and get things done, and I blame code enforcement. I had to spend my time and energy going around my entire property, the outside, my gardens, and make sure there was nothing they could cite me for, because they had already cited me. And if they do it again, they charge me $100, which I don't have. Wow. So I spent all my time and energy cleaning up my driveway and my garden and so forth. And I really need to clean the inside of the house, which they cannot see, but I can. And before that, it was the other office in code enforcement about yard waste and tall weeds, driving me crazy. A neighbor offered to help pull the weeds, but all she did was hack up my rose bushes. I kept telling her, I'll take care of the weeds next to the rose bushes. You get out of there. She didn't seem to understand. And I know she speaks English. She just thinks that she gets to do what she wants with my stuff. Typical. I've given up on asking for help, except one really wonderful man who hauls my trash away. And here and there he does some little thing that I can't get done. Oh, they wanted me to sweep the pine needles off the roof. There were no pine needles. It was a shadow cast by a nearby tree when the sun went behind it. And I'm like, sorry, shadows don't come off. You can sweep all day, they're still there. So, anyway, no weeds in my yard, no clutter in my driveway or my garden. Some of the things have to be out there. They're like pots that I planted things in. So I put them where code enforcement can't see them and demand that I send them to the dump. They're next year's crops. like daffodils, flowers, and some veggies that'll survive a winter up here with the snow. I even trimmed back the um, blackberry vines. They wanted me to remove them, and I said, no, I eat those blackberries. Do you know what they cost in the grocery store? The ones in the grocery store don't have the flavor. Anyway, all this nattering takes my mind off the pain in my left leg. I've found various things I can do. I have a cane, and I had a friend shorten the crutches that I already had because I've gotten shorter since I used them in 2020. I can't push those little buttons in to adjust the length of the legs. I'm not that strong. So I have crutches if I need to resort to them. And I have a couple of times. It depends on how far I need to walk. When I'm sitting on the heating pad, it helps to relieve the pain. I think I'm going to live. But I need to know what is wrong and if the doctors can do anything about it. It might be something where I just have to get some pain pills and take it real easy. We'll see. They'll do an x-ray or a CAT scan or something and tell me what's going on. In the meantime, both of my legs are tired from just going to the kitchen for coffee or the bathroom for you know what. Because I have to kind of shuffle, try to keep the weight off the bad leg. Man. Meanwhile, my son needs a document fast, and he couldn't stop by to get it, so I have to FedEx it. And up here on the mountain, I'm not sure. I've asked around to find out where FedEx has an office, and I've got two possibilities. But since I can't drive and I can't walk a mile uphill, my ride to the hospital will have to stop at a place that might send the FedEx. No, I can't scan and send it, Witta. He needs the original certified copy. Long story. I forgot to ask him why he needs it. I just know he needs it. Of course, when I got it, I went online and got it, but it took a while to arrive. So anyway, oh gosh, I'm sleep deprived now as well as gimpy. So yes, Freeman, I'm going today. It's all arranged. I have the ride and everything. Quit fussing. I just don't want to end up with them sending me off for surgery right away. It isn't an emergency. Let's take it slow. When I broke my other leg in 2020, COVID and all that, they had the little slot in the emergency room isolated with plastic curtains, and they sent me off immediately. As soon as they could, they got rid of me to a hospital that would put a couple titanium pins in my leg. And I was there for 3 days with the most god-awful food. At least now I could probably have my family bring me a burger or a taco or something. Back then, COVID isolation, I hardly even saw the staff. I had to get a volunteer's attention to bring my crutches from across the room so I could go to the toilet. And the food was mostly inedible. The chicken breast they served me, I couldn't even cut it with the silly plastic knife they gave me. There was no way I was going to chew it. I didn't have my dentures. And now I have my dentures, but I can't get them into my mouth because this ugly tumor is in the way. It's on the inside as well as the outside. So anyway, I'm sitting here going, I can't get everything done. And if they want to send me for surgery right away, I'll tell them no. But I don't think this is a situation where they could do any kind of surgery. It really seems like soft tissue damage, or maybe a cracked bone, but not broken. It's been 10 days. It should have healed at least a little. Oh, 11 days. This is the 11th. I don't know. We'll find out. So anyway, I decided to come on way early because you can't trust Verizon to give me a signal. I want some kind of food. It's morning, I don't ordinarily eat breakfast, but I skipped dinner last night. I was too tired to eat. I just lay down and napped and listened to audiobooks. Oh, hi, RW. Welcome in. Good to see you, too. I'm going to switch to Friday mornings and see how that works out, because Thursday mornings on Verizon have been really poor connections. I already switched once from Wednesday to Thursday. Oh, I don't know. We'll see. Which audiobooks, Witta? Mostly Miss Marple murder mysteries, some Poirot, and some educational stuff. Oh, and Michael S. Heiser Bible stuff. Stuff on ancient history, ancient religion. I'm kind of tired of UFO stuff. Yeah, we know there's things in the sky and we don't know what they are. But I believe they come from this planet. RW skips meals a lot too. Yeah, fixed income. Me too. If it weren't for local food banks, I'd be even hungrier. But sometimes the stuff they give you, you don't know what to do with it. Like I have persimmons, at least I know what they are. Sometimes there's some vegetable, usually a root vegetable, that I don't know what it is. And they don't tell you, they just hand you a box. They put a box, well, for me, they put the box in the back of my friend's SUV. And when I get home and she brings it in for me, I find out what's in there. And there's stuff that, oh, how am I going to cook this? I don't know what it is. Okay, Art, Freeman, thanks for inviting friends to my mumbling, rumbling podcast. The nice thing is, it's the food bank, the one that actually gives something other than rice and dried beans, is at a local church. They usually have a can of tuna, a loaf of bread, a donut, or a cookie, your choice. And they always seem to have tomatoes. Yes. Freeman, so far none of the strange fruits and veggies have screamed at me. Uh, uh, oh, sorry, Jason. He missed some work because his ride didn't show up on time. That sucks. I used to walk all over town, a mile each way, carrying groceries home. But I was younger then. That was before COVID. Now, well, before I hurt my leg, I did manage to get to the post office. Ah, you could have walked if you'd known he wasn't coming. Oh, that sucks, Jason. Oh, well. Stuff happens. They keep telling me God has a plan for us. I'd like to know what the plan is so I can get in line with it. Uh, yeah. Well, Phil once said that crabgrass and the phone company ruled the universe. Yeah, RW, we don't have sidewalks here, but we do have small streets with enough of a shoulder. Most of us don't walk on the highway, that's for sure. Up and down the mountain, some brave, foolish souls do, but yeah. There are a couple roads I don't go near because they're dangerous, but I can get to um, the post office, or I could before I hurt my leg. Um, they have wide shoulders. Here and there, a business has actually made a little bit of sidewalk, but mostly it's just the shoulder of the road. I gotta. I'll tell you a secret about cigarettes. They do a little bit of pain suppression. They help with pain. And I don't have pain pills. They make me vomit anyway. Yeah, it mostly hurts, as I said earlier, where I sit. That's a little thin, loopy bone called the ischium. That's where most of the pain is. RW agrees with me. Nicotine is a stimulus blocker, and that includes pain. Yep. People are astounded that I can taste and smell things just fine. They think cigarettes dull your taste buds and the things in your nose that smell things. Well, first off, I'm not putting the smoke in and out through my nose. And second, I'm not sucking it down into my lungs. Just my mouth. I can't inhale. If I accidentally inhaled cigarette smoke, I'd have a coughing fit you wouldn't believe. Ah, so anyway, don't worry about my leg. It is what it is. I just don't understand what happened. There was no sound, no sensation. Just after I lifted the hamper and put it down, I had a little tiny bit of pain that went away, right where I sit. But the next day it was like, oh my, can't put weight on that leg. Fortunately, I already had a cane. It's a good one. It has the 3 thingies on the bottom, 3 rubber thingies. Ability. It once belonged to a good friend of mine. She's in her mid-90s and in assisted living now, if she's still living. Probably is. She's a tough old bird, too. The problem with smoking is the pain causes nausea. Well, anyway, I didn't want to let you guys down by skipping the live stream this morning. So I came on early so I'd be sure to be done in time to make sure I have everything ready to go when my ride gets here. Someone's warming up their car. A lot of people up here have older cars. You've got to warm up the engine before you start rolling. Oh gosh, it's foggy. The hardest part of the hospital, it's our urgent care is at the local hospital. The hardest part is waiting for a ride home. But going in the daytime like this means the cafeteria might be open. You have to be very selective getting food there. I once got something that looked like ham, but it was vegan ham. I did not like it. It was kind of like, I don't know, pumpkin or squash, but textured and made to look like a slice of ham. Didn't taste like a slice of ham. It was just salty squash. I like uh, sugar or brown sugar or molasses or honey, something sweet on squash, and lots of butter. Oh, maple syrup is good on squash. On we call them yams, but they're really sweet potatoes. The true yams grow in Africa and they're like potatoes. Anyway, sweet potatoes or a yellow squash or pumpkin pie is really good with maple syrup and whipped cream. Those are not, whipped cream is not vegan. It's, some vegetarians drink milk and use whipped cream and stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna live. I'm just gonna be unhappy, and I was thinking I need to do some things before I go to the hospital, but I can't do them. It isn't just the pain, it's that I'm afraid of making the injury worse if I do too much. And I can't lift much because even if you aren't consciously doing it, your legs are involved in lifting things. And I can't use both legs when lifting. So maybe 5 pounds, maybe 10 pounds at the outside, maybe I could lift. I feel safer with 5 pounds. My main goal here is not to fall down because I don't know how I'd get up. I'd have to get to a solid piece of furniture to, pull myself up on one leg without falling again. The cats are happy. I ordered their food from Chewy since I couldn't go shop for it. And they delivered the box after dark, so I didn't go out till the next day to find it. And it was just barely inside my gate, nowhere near my door. So I got out my trusty pocket knife and opened the box and took out the few things that I could carry. And I had to call a friend to come get the rest of it for me. I couldn't, mostly because it's on the ground. I could not lift out a case of canned cat food or a bag of cat litter. And I was able to order that because a very good friend sent me $50 on PayPal to get cat food. You have to spend at least $50 or you pay through the nose for shipping. But once you hit $50, shipping is free. Oh yeah, Freeman, I have that gadget. Help, I've fallen and I can't get up. Just like the old TV commercials. I'll have to remember to take that with me. It just hangs around my neck and you just push the button. Right now it's on the charger to make sure that it's fully charged. Let's see. Oh, what does my phone want? Oh, hey, I'm here. Freeman. My phone gets messages much later than my computer. Wow. I'm looking around, looking. around for someone. I gotta answer this. The guy is taking he's not sure he can bring me home. Okay, Catherine. Not that one, the other one. Okay. Here we go. Gotta. Okay. Uh, okay. And yeah. I should keep talking. You're probably bored. Uh, Gosh. They're probably not out of bed yet. Uh, Hi, Oswald. No, long time no see. Welcome in. Somebody was asking about you. I'm really an unhappy camper. Okay, so the imaging, probably CAT scan, will tell me what's wrong with my leg, but I don't think it's anything the hospital can fix. And I am so tired of being gimpy and in pain. Pain pills make me vomit, so I don't know. Oh well. What I really want to do is clean up the inside of my house. Webcam. See all the clutter everywhere? Everywhere. I can't show you the bedroom. I would have to hobble over to the door, but it's now a storage room full of stuff. Oh Lord, I need to. Of course, a lot of the boxes now are empty, but I'm not tossing them out because I use them to ship things that I'm selling. To try to get a little, get a few bucks to pay the bills. Oh, Lord. I'm telling you, this sucks. I've always said, yeah, I have to do it myself, but thank God I can do it myself. Oh, sweetie, what a matter, sweetie? Sweetie's my old feral kitty, so I can't comfort her. She doesn't want to be touched. She doesn't even want me near her. Although here and there, if I have treats in my hand and I accidentally touch the tips of her fur, she's okay with that now. It's only been, let's see, I think 17, well, at least 15 years. I think she's 17. I don't write these things down, and who remembers something that happened in 2008 or 2010, not sure which, somewhere in that range. Anyway, I think it was '08 when she was born. And she cries from time to time, and I don't know what she wants. Maybe she's in pain. Oh, look at Sweetie. She came here, and that means she wants treats. Here we go. Oh, and Tora's sitting on her heating pad. So I'm licking her chops. Oh, no. It's Mom. Where'd you go? Sweetie left. It wasn't treats that she wanted. She just wanted to get up in the window and look outside. Cats. Freeman is cursed with a long memory. Well, I remember all the details of what happened. I just don't know when it happened. See, Sweetie was born to a feral mother that I couldn't catch. And most of her litter did not survive. The mother was sick and the kittens were sick, but I nursed three of them, three of the kittens, and eventually caught the mommy. And all I could do at that time was take her to the kept three kittens. And they, well, the two male cats who were obvious bobcat hybrids actually got pretty tame. But I was afraid to give the kittens too much attention when they were little because the mother might reject them if but and that was awful. And then Sweetie went and had kittens before I could get her to be spayed because she was so wild I couldn't catch her. I had to catch her by putting her kittens in the carrying cage. And when she went in to get her kittens, I slammed the door shut and sent her off with her kittens to the vet. So Sweetie got spayed and they all got treated and immunizations, and they had a little eye infection. They got treatment for that. Oh, wow. I was a little better off financially then, not hugely, but I did manage to take care of Sweetie and her litter. But I got her kittens adopted out, and she's never forgiven me for selling her babies. Actually There was a lady down the street whose business was selling cats, and she gave me $5 each for the kittens. Oh, Oswald says he's had a feral cat coming in and out of his building over the last week. Still looking for the hole? Oh, you're looking for the hole that lets him in. I see. I don't know whether you can find that, but you might put out cat food outside your building, so the cat gets the idea that the food isn't inside, it's outside. When I was still trying to get my new feral kittens tame, I would go outside and with a can of cat food, put it in the dish, sit there beside the dish.